Today we're going to dive into the career of one of the most electrifying and unstoppable players in the NBA, James Harden. Get ready for a journey that will show you how Harden, with his unique talent and unmatched skills, humbled opponents and established himself as a true legend in his prime. From his humble beginnings as the third force with the Oklahoma City Thunder to becoming the undisputed protagonist with the Houston Rockets, James Harden transformed the game. He redefined what it means to be a modern point guard, combining a devastating offensive arsenal with unmatched vision. Imagine a player who can dribble past any defender, make impossible shots and still find time to dish out precise assists. That's James Harden. A player who not only scores but also dominates and dictates the pace of the game, leaving opponents desperate and fans speechless. James Harden was selected as the third overall selection in the 2009 NBA draft by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Upon joining the team, Harden found a young and promising team led by Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. His initial role was to be a supporting player, mainly coming off the bench to inject energy and scoring during critical moments of the game. Harden quickly established himself as a versatile and reliable player. In his first season, 2009 to 2010, he showed flashes of his potential, averaging 9.9 points, 3.2 rebounds and 1.8 assists per game. He became known for his ability to create his own shot, his excellent ball control and his ability to finish plays on the perimeter and around the rim. In the 2010 to 2011 season, Harden began to find his rhythm and increased his averages to 12.2 points, 3.1 rebounds and 2.1 assists per game. He played a crucial role in the Thunder's rotation, often being responsible for maintaining the offensive level of intensity when Durant and Westbrook were resting. His ability to score in a variety of ways and his growing understanding of the game made him an invaluable asset to the team. It was in the 2011 to 2012 season that Harden truly established himself as one of the best young talents in the league. Averaging 16.8 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 3.7 assists per game, he was awarded the NBA's Sixth Man of the Year. His ability to lead the Thunder's second unit was instrumental in the team's success that season. Harden not only contributed offensively, but also showed improved vision, facilitating plays for his teammates and becoming a dual threat as a scorer and passer. The peak of his time with OKC came in the 2012 playoffs, where Harden helped the Thunder reach the NBA Finals. During that campaign, he averaged 16.3 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 3.4 assists per game in the playoffs. His performances were vital in several series, most notably in the Western Conference Finals against the San Antonio Spurs, where Harden had key moments that helped the Thunder overcome the Spurs' experience. Despite the success,
shot clock to 5. Harden for 3, yes! Spurs call for time.
James Harden, one of the starring roles of the Young Guns.
The 2011 to 2012 season ended with a loss in the NBA Finals to the Miami Heat. After the series, contractual issues led to a surprising decision. In October 2012, James Harden was traded to the Houston Rockets. This trade marked the end of his time with the OKC Thunder and the beginning of a new phase in his career. Harden left an indelible mark on the Thunder as one of the best sixth men in recent NBA history and set the stage for his transformation into a superstar with the Houston Rockets. His development in OKC was fundamental to his development as a player and laid the foundation for the dominance he would exert in the years to come. In October 2012, James Harden was surprisingly traded to the Houston Rockets. From the start, it was clear that Harden was ready to embrace his new role as the Houston Rockets' primary leader. In his first game with the team, he scored an impressive 37 points, dished out 12 assists and grabbed 6 rebounds, setting the tone for what was to come. He finished the season averaging 25.9 points, 4.9 rebounds and 5.8 assists per game, transforming the Rockets into a competitive team almost overnight. That season was a turning point for both Harden and the franchise. Not only did he prove that he could be the star of a team, but he also led the Rockets to the playoffs. Although the team was eliminated in the first round by his former team, the OKC Thunder, the message was clear. James Harden was a force to be reckoned with. The following season, Harden continued to impress, averaging 25.4 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 6.1 assists per game. He formed a dynamic duo with Dwight Howard, who had joined the Rockets, and together they led the team to 54 regular season wins. Despite a heartbreaking first-round exit to the Portland Trail Blazers, Harden was just beginning to show his full potential. The 2014 to 2015 season was a turning point for Harden. He took his game to a new level, averaging 27.4 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 7.0 assists per game.
Look at all the white jerseys. Who's he going to pick out? Well, go ahead and shoot. A three-point play the Harden way. 3, down to 2. Harden puts it up. He got it! The beard! Cold
He led the Rockets to the Western Conference Finals, where they lost to the eventual champion Golden State Warriors. Harden finished second in the MVP voting, solidifying his status as one of the best players in the league. The 2015-2016 season was a roller coaster ride for James Harden and the Houston Rockets. After a promising campaign the previous season, the Rockets entered the new season with high expectations. However, several challenges arose both on and off the court. James Harden continued to show why he was one of the most talented players in the NBA. He finished the season averaging an impressive 29.0 points, 6.1 rebounds and 7.5 assists per game. Harden set new personal bests in points and assists, and he emerged as the Rockets' offensive engine. Harden had several memorable games throughout the season, including a 50-point performance against the Philadelphia 76ers.
See if the Rockets can score. James! Yes!
And the majority of the shots here in the last 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Three-pointer, yes! James Harden is cooking!
And a 46-point game against the Portland Trail Blazers.
Graham defending on Harden, who shoots over and hits. Possession. Harden to the rim.
His ability to score in a variety of ways, through three-point shots, free throws and drive, made him a constant threat to opposing defenses. Despite Harden's individual brilliance, the Rockets struggled as a team. The season was marked by inconsistencies, injuries and coaching changes. After a disappointing start, head coach Kevin McHale was fired and replaced by J.B. Bickerstaff as interim head coach. However, the changes did not bring the stability the team needed. The Rockets finished the regular season with a 41-41 record, securing the final playoff spot in the Western Conference. In the playoffs, they faced the Golden State Warriors, who were enjoying a historic 73-win season. The Rockets were eliminated in the first round, losing the series 4-1. One of the most intriguing stories during that season was James Harden's so-called celebration curse. Harden was known for his iconic cooking celebration, where he would pretend to stir a pan after making a big basket. The celebration became a symbol of confidence and dominance on the court. However, fans began to notice a disturbing trend. Whenever Harden performed his cooking celebration, it seemed like something negative happened to the Rockets shortly afterward. Injuries, upset losses, and other setbacks began to be associated with the celebration. One of the most notable examples occurred in a game against the Utah Jazz. Harden performed the celebration after a spectacular play, but the Rockets soon suffered a comeback and lost the game. This led fans to believe that the celebration was cursed, although this was more of a coincidence than anything else. The 2016-2017 season was a milestone in James Harden's career and represented a significant leap in his development as one of the NBA's top players. This season has seen Harden not only as a prolific scorer but also as one of the game's key facilitators, completely transforming the Houston Rockets' style of play.
Harden Euro steps.
Here's Harden. Harden turns around. Jumper.
Oh,
Got it. Steps back and fires. And he fouls! It's down to three. Harden steps back, fires. That's the game. The Bears.
With the arrival of coach Mike D'Antoni, Harden officially started playing as a point guard, which was a crucial strategic change. D'Antoni, known for his fast, attacking style of play, entrusted Harden with the reins of the Rockets' offense. This change allowed Harden to maximize his playmaking skills in addition to his already well-known scoring ability. Harden had a statistically historic season, averaging 29.1 points, 8.1 rebounds and 11.2 assists per game. He led the league in assists, showcasing his ability to create scoring opportunities for his teammates. He also became only the second player in NBA history to record an average of at least 29 points, 8 rebounds and 11 assists per game in a season, the other being Oscar Robertson. Harden had several memorable games during the 2016-2017 season. One of the highlights was his performance against the New York Knicks on December 31, 2016, where he recorded an incredible triple-double of 53 points, 16 rebounds and 17 assists, becoming the first player in NBA history to have a triple-double with at least 50 points, 15 rebounds and 15 assists. Another iconic moment was his performance against the Toronto Raptors, where he recorded 40 points, 10 rebounds and 11 assists. These performances not only highlighted his scoring ability, but also his ability to control the game and involve his teammates. The Rockets, buoyed by Harden's incredible season, finished the regular season with a 55-27 record, third best in the Western Conference. They also set a new franchise record for most three-pointers made in a season, aligning with D'Antoni's offensive philosophy. In the playoffs, Harden continued his dominant performance. In the first round, the Rockets defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder in 5 games. However, in the Western Conference semifinals, the Rockets faced the San Antonio Spurs. After a competitive series, the Rockets were eliminated in 6 games. Despite the elimination, the season was seen as a success and a testament to Harden's transformative impact. Harden finished the season as the runner-up in MVP voting, behind Russell Westbrook, who had a historic season averaging a triple-double. Despite not winning the award, Harden was unanimously recognized as one of the league's best players and was named to the All-NBA First Team. The 2017-2018 season was the culmination of years of evolution in James Harden's game. During this season, Harden not only established himself as the league's most dominant player, but also led the Houston Rockets to heights never before reached, transforming the team into an NBA powerhouse. James Harden had an absolutely phenomenal season.
Speed on that drive.
Get into a game early. Oh, what a great move.
Harden shaking big, steps back, three-pointer.
Thought it was going to be
Harden.
Oh, he stared at Wesley Johnson, and then he hit the three. Wow. He put him on the deck.
Here's Harden with the drive. Oh! Bring that shot. Oh!
Averaging 30.4 points, 5.4 rebounds and 8.8 assists per game. He became the first player in NBA history to average at least 30 points and 8 assists per game in a season. His scoring ability from all areas of the court, combined with his game vision and ability to make plays, made him an unstoppable force. Harden had several memorable performances throughout the 2017-2018 season. On January 30, 2018, he had one of the most incredible performances in NBA history when he recorded a triple-double of 60 points, 10 rebounds and 11 assists against the Orlando Magic. This was the first time in league history that a player achieved a triple-double with 60 points, setting a record for the highest score in a triple-double. Additionally, Harden had countless 40 and 50-point games, demonstrating an offensive consistency rarely seen. His ability to create separation with his famous step back and his efficiency on three-point shots made him practically undefendable. Under Harden's leadership, the Houston Rockets finished the regular season with a record of 65 wins and 17 losses, the best in the NBA and the best in franchise history. Harden's impact has been felt on both sides of the court, and his partnership with Chris Paul, who joined the team this season, has proven to be formidable. Together, they formed one of the most lethal backcourts in the league. Mike D'Antoni's offensive philosophy, which focused on three-point shooting and fast-paced plays, was a perfect fit for Harden. He led the league in points per game and was second in assists, showcasing his ability to balance scoring and playmaking. In the playoffs, Harden continued his dominance. The Rockets advanced to the Western Conference Finals, defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves and Utah Jazz in the first 2 rounds. In the conference final, they faced the Golden State Warriors in an epic series. The Rockets led the series 3-2, but unfortunately lost Chris Paul to an injury and ended up being defeated in 7 games. Harden's historic season was rewarded with the NBA MVP award. He received the league's most valuable player trophy for the first time in his career, deserved recognition for his dominant performance. In addition to the MVP, Harden was selected to the All-NBA First Team, further solidifying his status as one of the league's best players. James Harden's 2018-2019 season was one of the most spectacular in NBA history, marked by historic performances and unprecedented offensive performance. Harden elevated his game to new heights, further cementing his status as one of the league's most dominant players. James Harden had a statistically impressive season, averaging 36.1 points, 6.6 rebounds and 7.5 assists per game. He became the player with the second highest points average in a season since Michael Jordan in 1986-1987. Harden led the league in points per game for the second year in a row, showing consistency and rarely seen scoring skills. One of the most notable aspects of Harden's season was his historic streak of consecutive games with at least 30 points. He has recorded 32 straight games, the second longest streak in NBA history behind only Wilt Chamberlain. During that span, Harden had several standout performances, including 5 consecutive games with 40 points or more, and 2 games with 50 points or more. On January 23, 2019, Harden scored 61 points against the New York Knicks, tying his career high for points in a single game. He also had a 58-point performance against the Brooklyn Nets and a 57-point game against the Memphis Grizzlies. These performances highlighted his ability to carry the team offensively regardless of opposing defenses. The Houston Rockets have faced significant challenges throughout the season, including injuries to key players like Chris Paul and Clint Capella. However, Harden managed to keep the team competitive, leading them to a 53-29 record and finishing 4th in the Western Conference. Mike D'Antoni's offensive philosophy, centered around three-point shooting and a fast pace, continued to perfectly complement Harden's style of play. He broke numerous franchise and NBA records for three-point shots attempted and made, exemplifying the evolution of modern basketball. In the playoffs, Harden continued his high level of performance. The Rockets faced the Utah Jazz in the first round, winning the series in 5 games. In the Western Conference semifinals, they faced the Golden State Warriors again, in a rematch from the previous season. Despite Harden averaging 34.8 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 5.5 assists in the series against the Warriors, the Rockets were eliminated in 6 games. The series was marked by highly competitive games, but the collective strength of the Warriors, led by Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, ultimately prevailed. Harden finished second in the voting for the MVP award, behind Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks. Despite not winning the MVP for the second consecutive time, Harden was named to the All-NBA First Team, reinforcing his status as one of the best players in the league. The 2019-20 season was full of ups and downs for James Harden and the Houston Rockets. While Harden continued to show his individual brilliance, factors on and off the court began to create fissures that would eventually lead to his decision to leave the franchise. James Harden had another impressive season, averaging 34.3 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 7.5 assists per game. He led the league in points per game for the 3rd consecutive year, further solidifying his status as one of the NBA's all-time scorers. Harden had several memorable performances, including a 60-point performance against the Atlanta Hawks in just 3 quarters and a 55-point game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The season began with a major shift in the team's dynamic. The Rockets traded Chris Paul for former MVP Russell Westbrook, reuniting Harden with his former Oklahoma City Thunder teammate. The expectation was that the explosive duo could lead the Rockets to a higher level of competition. However, Westbrook's integration presented challenges, especially in terms of play style and floor spacing. Another significant change was the Rockets' decision to adopt a radical small ball philosophy. In February 2020, the team traded starting center Clint Capella and began playing without a traditional center, focusing instead on three-point shooting and quick plays. This extreme approach was designed to maximize the skills of Harden and Westbrook, allowing them to attack the basket and space the floor. While the strategy led to some impressive wins, it also exposed the Rockets to significant defensive disadvantages, especially against teams with tall, dominant players in the paint. The 2019-20 season was halted in March 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The league was suspended, and after several months, games resumed in the NBA bubble in Orlando. This interruption and the unique environment of the bubble presented new challenges for all teams. In the playoffs, the Rockets faced the Oklahoma City Thunder in the first round, winning the series in 7 games. Harden had a crucial defensive performance in Game 7, blocking a game-winning shot by Luguentz Dort in the final seconds to seal the Rockets' victory. In the second round, the Rockets faced the Los Angeles Lakers, led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Despite a convincing win in Game 1, the Rockets were eliminated in 5 games. The lack of a traditional center and offensive inconsistencies were critical factors in the loss. Following the elimination, it became clear that there were growing tensions within the organization. Mike D'Antoni's small ball philosophy did not produce the desired results in the playoffs, and D'Antoni decided not to renew his contract with the Rockets. In addition, general manager Daryl Morey, the architect of the small ball strategy, also left the franchise. These changes, combined with the lack of success in the playoffs, led Harden to question the future of the team. Harden began to express his discontent and frustration with the direction of the franchise. He wanted to compete for a title and saw the changes in leadership and team structure as an obstacle to that goal. James Harden's 2020-2021 season with the Houston Rockets was brief but full of controversy and memorable performances. Although his departure from the Rockets was already in the cards, Harden still showed flashes of his brilliance on the court despite being clearly unhappy with his situation. In the few games that Harden played for the Rockets in the 2020-2021 season, he maintained impressive numbers. In 8 games, Harden averaged 24.8 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 10.4 assists per game. He continued to show his ability to dominate the game, whether scoring or creating opportunities for his teammates. In his first game of the season against the Portland Trail Blazers, Harden scored 44 points and dished out 17 assists, proving that even amidst the chaos, he was still a force to be reckoned with. However, despite his performances, the mood around the team and Harden was evidently tense. During the preseason and early regular season, Harden was involved in several controversies that exacerbated the situation. He was seen attending nightclubs and parties without a mask, violating the NBA's NBA's COVID-19 safety protocols. These actions resulted in fines and criticism from both the media and fans. In addition, reports emerged that Harden had arrived at training camp out of shape, which was evident in some of his early appearances of the season. Photos and videos of Harden with apparent weight gain went viral, further fueling speculation about his commitment to the team. Since the beginning of the season, Harden has made it clear that he wants to be traded. In interviews and public statements, he has expressed his dissatisfaction with the direction of the franchise and his lack of confidence in the Rockets' ability to compete for a title. This stance has created a tense and uncomfortable environment for both him and his teammates. In an interview following a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers in January 2021, Harden got straight to the point, stating, "I love this city. I've literally done everything I can. This situation is crazy. It's something I don't think can be fixed." These statements were the final straw, leading to the Rockets' decision to pursue a trade as soon as possible. On January 13, 2021, James Harden was finally traded to the Brooklyn Nets in a 4-team deal. The trade marked the end of an era for the Rockets and the beginning of a new chapter for Harden, who joined Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to form one of the most formidable trios in the NBA. On January 13, 2021, James Harden was finally traded to the Brooklyn Nets in a 4-team deal. The trade, and so we come to the end of our journey through James Harden's prime, a period that not only redefined what it means to be one of the NBA's all-time scoring greats, but also transformed the Houston Rockets into a formidable force in the league. James Harden's unmistakable style of play won hearts and, at times, caused controversy. His seasons from 2015 to 2020 were truly spectacular, filled with historic performances and impressive achievements. From his rise to stardom in Houston to his brief and tumultuous departure from the franchise, Harden displayed an offensive talent that defied what we thought was possible in basketball. In a sport where excellence is the norm for great players, James Harden stood out as a transformative force. His ability to elevate his game to the next level, his intelligence on the court, and his offensive dominance were nothing short of phenomenal. And through all the controversy and challenges, what will remain is the brilliance of a player who gave everything he had to achieve greatness. And if you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. This way you help the content creator to continue posting videos more frequently. I'll leave it here until the next video, and bye.